The first question I have, or that's been asked, is what are the services that can be integrated with ACE? The answer is it's pretty much any service now or any kind of ticketing system, but it also can integrate with, say, Ansible and Splunk and Git and any kind of code repository or code migration tools. In a perfect world, you would want your code and your AutoSys jobs to be migrated at the same time, which means you need to integrate the ACE tool with it, and we can do that. All right, how does it handle multi-environment AutoSys setups? It's an interesting question. Um, Pretty easily, actually. We use like a unified rules across multiple environments, which really tend to remove the inconsistencies and the need for manual negotiations between the actual multi-environments. Um, what is the typical timeline to realize ROI? I spoke about that in the presentation. Um, in most cases, it's 6 months or less. And the reason I say that is because we can come in and do a mass. You see this screen here is all the different applications. We can do a batch import of all the applications and make it really quick and easy to set up the applications. Once they're in there, it's just a matter of starting to use it and gaining the benefits of the actual reduction of job failure rates, as well as the reduction of manual intricacies. So 6 months or less typically. How much manual effort do you see getting reclaimed? I've said this before. It's typically 90%. We're never going to get 100. We can't, automate the actual onset of the request, but we get pretty good or pretty close to 90% of everything else in between. And so that, again, as I mentioned, really frees up folks to do more with this particular product, to get more automation and such, which is really what we're all after at the end of the day. What happens if an automated deployment fails? Well, depending upon the situation, if you can't fix it and you need to back it out, you just simply click the back out button and off you go. Uh, does it provide an audit trail for compliance? Yes, I just showed you one of the reports, but there are many that you can use that are going to really dig into it. You can also set it up to actual, if your audit department wants monthly audits or every 6 month audits or whatever it is, set it up in the tool, in the ACE tool, and just have it automatically send them what they need. Then you don't have to do anything. Nobody has to go in and remember to send them and pull all the data. Just automate it. And then can developers promote their own code? Well, depends on what you mean by code. If you mean AutoSys jobs, then yes, you could do that. There is actually one client that works with us that actually allows them to do that because they have such good governance with the tool and they have guardrails in terms of auditability and such. So you could do that for sure. And I think that's it. So I wanted to say thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. And we are just sitting by waiting for you to reach out to us so that we can walk through all of the benefits that this particular product can provide to you. Our steps for you, if you're wondering what the next step is, typically we would do a more definitive demo with you. Then we do what's called a whiteboard session. And in that whiteboard session, we actually go through and allow you to tell us how things work in your environment so that you can kind of get an understanding of how ACE fits in your environment. We come back to you with a fantastic report that really maps everything out. You can take that to go to do any justification if you wanted to, but those are the typical next steps. So feel free to reach out to us. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And everybody have a wonderful day.